Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, or other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos and deals. Alright, in front of us we have the Energizer. This is the Weatheready Emergency Area Light, or lantern. I got this off Amazon for a total of $19.79, minus 15% off. Got it around $16.80 shipped, so not a bad deal. So let's check this out. We got Energizer Weatheready. It says 500 lumens at 150 hours. Nice. IPX4 rated. It runs on 3 AA batteries or 3 D cells. Nice. Could be their brand or any other. Got some little micro printing there. Okay, so here is the lantern. Let's flip the packaging over. I took the zip tie off that held this handle here. It says 650 hours. I think that's on its low setting. It says maximize runtime by using low mode. Okay, that makes sense. And it says manufactured for Energizer there. Small printing. I can only get it so close to the camera because it's so large. Light output measured from the LED. Okay, so they just got little disclaimers. 1% of initial value. They talk about these run times, so we'll talk about that. All right, so yeah, kind of a cool lantern. I like lanterns, especially if power goes out or if you're out camping. So let's see if we can get this out of the package. Always a drawer. There we are. So just a little thing like that, and they had little zip ties holding the thing there. So we'll set that aside. Let's look at the lantern. Yeah, let's see if I can get this on frame here. There we go. All right, so let's go over dimensions real quick. We're 3 7/8 across here at its widest point. Height is 8 inches, and with the handle extended, it's 10 inches. Some people like to know that, so 8 or 10. And then we have a depth from front to back with the switch at 4 inches. Okay, got a little size comparison. Another contender in this market is the Siege by Streamlight. Yes, this is a cool light. We'll talk about the differences. I do like to compare if I can, and definitely this is a good comparison. Definitely this is the value leader in price. This is definitely a well-made lantern that actually floats. Gotta love it. If you haven't seen this, I've reviewed this one already. I'll have it in my iCart section there. Check it out. It's a pretty cool light also, but you're going to pay a premium for this, and we'll kind of talk about the pros and cons. But there you go. There's a little bit of that. We have, let's see, slide it over. We have a deck of cards. Gives you an idea how big this is. 18650 powered flashlight. Okay, so giving you some ideas again. It's a pretty big lantern, but it's a nice diffused lantern, which you'll get to see. So we'll go ahead and put that there. Okay, so yeah, monster lantern. We're going to talk about features. So as you can see, it's a plastic body or polycarbonate. Pretty strong stuff. It's got a nice handle. It's actually attached pretty well. I like that. It's got a smooth plastic top here. The top does not come off. That's the bottom moving. Top is like attached, I think glued or something. Pop down there. And yeah, you can't separate this like you can the Siege. And I'll show that to you probably. Or you can look at the video, the review video. But yeah, we got our nice diffuser here. This diffuses the light really nice. You get to see that in action. Inside there, we have some LEDs. We have some cool white LEDs for the main light source. And then there's an amber LED for the night light, which we'll talk about. Here's our power switch. It's glow in the dark, which is nice. We have a high mode, a low mode, and the nightlight mode. And you hit the button to access those modes. So you have to keep clicking it to turn it on and off. And I'll show you that. I don't have batteries in it quite yet. But that's how it works. It starts out in high, goes to low, goes to nightlight, and goes to off. So you have to cycle through those to turn it off, unfortunately. But that's how it's built. On the bottom here, we have a rubber ringed base. I actually like that. So when you set it on something, it won't hurt the surface or slide around. And on the bottom here, I don't know if we can pick that up. There we go. It can run on 3D cells or 3 AA's. Now, I saw some reviews, and people were really upset with this lantern. They thought it was junk because it wouldn't work. But then they showed pictures of them jamming 3D cell batteries and 3 AA's in there. Well, they're not supposed to run that way. It's either or. Remember that. Either D cells or AA's. It's kind of nice you got the option. The only difference you're going to get is runtime. Huge runtime on D's, low runtime on AA's, but the same light output, which is nice. So you can make this lightweight if you only need short-term lighting. This thing will weigh more with 3D cells, but that's for great off-the-grid or long-time lighting if you're on an extended vacation or something on the off-the-grid. So yeah, I saw those pictures. I was kind of laughing about that. So yeah, the bottom opens up. Just kind of unscrews here. We'll do that. And get to the inside. So you can see how they got the terminals there, copper. Looks like they're screwed down there on the sides here. And yeah, that's how that makes the connection. And looking down inside the lantern, you can see the different points. We got the 3D cells in the middll, and it looks like we got the AA's on the outside edge. And what we'll do is we'll put AA's in here just because it makes it easier. As you can see, some have springs, and that's the negative terminal. So when we put our AA in, make sure that you do that. Now it does say which way to put them in, I think, in here again. So we get that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see that, but if you can see the reflection, it's showing orientation. So if you're wondering, yeah, it's not that difficult. So there's one without the spring. So that goes positive down. Let's do that. And then over here, we have a spring on this AA slot there. Now, leave it like this. Do not add D-cell batteries. I saw them jamming it in there. I don't know how they did it. They're like, I gotta get the batteries out. But yeah, I don't even know how they did it. I can't even get, well, I guess they can. Yeah, don't do that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we're going to try to put this on now. I think it just threads on. Once you get this on here, it's got kind of a tricky way to go on here. Let's see if we can get it to line up. There we go. So if it doesn't go on first, just back the threads up and then go back the other way. There we go. So batteries are loaded. And here we are with the 3 AA batteries. Now, if you're running D cells, you get longer run time. So we'll talk about that when I show you pictures. But let's turn it on. So there we are, 500 lumens. I'll turn the lights off in a little bit and you get to see it in action. Click it again. Your load setting, you're at the 50 lumens. And then our night light, which is this like amber light. You can see it in there. I would say it's like 1 to 2 lumens. And they say it's like huge runtime. And again, we'll talk about that. Because they did take pictures in the garage, which came out pretty nice of this in action. So yeah, let's. I think I got most of that covered. This is IPX4 water resistant, which means it can take some rain. So if you had this outside, this hood will block some of the water from getting into anything. So I like that. You can see that red on red. But yeah, it works really well for that. And you don't have to worry about it. I would say I'd have no problem with this, the way it's sealed up. In the bottom, the way the base is designed, you're not going to get any water in there unless you submerge it. Do not submerge the light, but an okay in a rainfall scenario, should be fine. Heavy thunderstorms where there's puddles, again, issues, but you should be okay hanging it from a tree. I don't see a problem there. So awesome. And of course, it's 1 meter drop resistance. Gotta love that. Real quick, I'm going to show you a chart, and then we're going to go to the garage, and I'm going to talk about this in action. So the chart, I printed off the web here. Kind of has a little paragraph. You can read that if you want. About 360 lighting, which is nice. It's really nice on the eyes, too. It's not too blinding to look at. I do like that. The siege is kind of bright. But there you go. It gives you all-around illumination and giving you hands-free operation. Nice. Okay, so here's the run times. And I'll try to go over them. It shows with the Ds, high, low, and of course with the AA's. And you can see the different run times. It's a huge difference, of course. Tons of capacity with the D cells. And as you can see with the night light, you get a lot more time, of course, with the D cells. But not too bad with the AA's too. So it's whatever you have on hand. And it's kind of nice in this scenario. And of course they say it's measured down to 1% initial value. So they're measuring it until it gets really dim. That's how you get those extra hours, I'm sure. But hopefully the majority of the hours, you're getting most of that light source. Okay, so there's that. Nice. So let's go to the garage and look at the pictures I took, do this little demo, and then we'll talk about the differences between the Siege and this and do final thoughts. So let's head to the garage. So I hung the lantern on my garage door opener. I'm in the corner of my garage, far corner, the back corner, so you can get an idea. The light's on high. This is 500 lumens, and they say 150 hours, of course, down to 1%. That equals about 6¼ days. Not bad. Next, we the lantern's on low. This is 50 lumens. Again, I'm in the corner of the garage, shooting straight to the center. You can expect it to run 650 hours at this setting. Of course, it's going to dim over time, and it's approximately 27 days when I did the math. And then this final picture, you can barely make it out. This is the nightlight mode. They didn't give any lumen rating, but I'd say about 1 to 2 lumens, maybe 1. And it's an amber LED. And they expect this to run 1,000 hours or 41.5 days. Pretty awesome. So let's go back to the table. Okay, so let's do this in action. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on low so I don't blind anybody. And we're going to bring this in. And yeah, show just a little demo of it in the dark. Kind of show that glow-in-the-dark button too. Okay, so right now this is set up here at 50 lumens. This is good if you're personal, you're reading a book, or you're doing something with low light. This is actually a nice setting. This is the one to use the most. Your eyes will adjust. You'll probably be able to eat a dinner, maybe 2 people on a small table. If you put this in the middle, you can see how that works there. It's not bad. This is a great setting. I would probably use this to conserve on power. Definitely the way to go. If you turn the nightlight mode, click it again. This is nice. Now this amber light, over time, your eyes will adjust, and you'll be able to see pretty much around the room. Say you had to take it in a small room like a bathroom, and the power's out, you could use this nightlight mode and not use up the batteries. So I do like this amber light. It's really nice. You can see kind of like a candle light there, moving it around here for you guys so you can see that. And we're going to go to high. Okay, this is 500 lumens. Now this is great. I do like the way it's diffused. I'm holding it about 2 feet off the table. I'm going to turn it 180. So now it's aiming down and up. So I'm holding it like sideways. So you can see that. It's lighting up the whole room really nicely. Turn it like this here, you get the 360 lighting. So yeah, definitely nice on a table or hanging from a tree. Definitely a cool setup. So let's go ahead. I want to show you this too. Let's go ahead. This is pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on in nightlight mode. And I have my little 18650 light over here. And I'm going to charge the lighter. Now this is nice if you have a UV light. You can charge your glow-in-the-dark button. And you can kind of see how that glows in the dark there. So now you can see your power button in the dark. Now I don't know how long that lasts. Guessing not too long. You probably have to expose it for a little longer in bright light, but that's kind of nice to have. All right, let's turn the lights back on. Let's talk about the Siege compared to this light. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and cycle that. I wish it would just turn off, but yeah, this is how it's made. Okay, so remember the price. Okay, the price of this Energizer lantern. I really like it. I mean, they make some different ones, and I'm probably going to review some of them, the different kinds. This one just caught my eye as being very versatile, and I think that's what you guys would want. Of course, D-cells in some of your radios, definitely cool. Or the AA's that are in here will power your Skywave or your CC Pocket, your standard radios. That's pretty awesome. It can do that even to, let's see, do I have anything else laying around here that powered? But it gives you an idea. So your shortwave radio, your pocket radio, plus your lantern, they kind of coexist, which is nice. And if I had some D-powered radio, I could show you, oh yeah, I do. Yeah, this Soundra right here can run off D's if I wanted to. So not bad. So I have a little cheapy radio with the lantern for a backup kit. Not bad. See that aside. It's not a bad thing at all. So what's the differences between this and the Siege? So the Siege runs on 3 D-cells only. You don't have an option. Okay. Prices. Okay, so I told you I paid about $16.80 for this. This one I paid about $35. Is currently what it's selling for. There's some big differences. The quality is really nice here. There's a power LED indicator and the switch. I do like that. It tells you your status of your batteries. That is handy. It has a red light mode, which I think is better than the amber light, but it depends because this red light on here is pretty strong. It's 10 lumens. It's fairly bright. Yeah, it is pretty bright at 10 lumens. Believe it or not, it can light up quite an area with that red LED. But the difference is, so the Streamlight, its runtime, they're saying 540 lumens at 30 hours on high. I think they go to 10% initial value. And then 270 lumens at 70 hours. It's got a medium mode. Its low mode is 55 lumens at 295 hours. and its red LED is 10 lumens at 235 hours, to give you an idea. It's IPX7 water rated, which means it can be submersed and it can float if you have the hood on. And it has an option of taking the hood off. Just pop this open here so I can get this without tearing anything. Pop this here, and then you can take it, unscrew this top here. It's got a nice O-ring. There we are. We got a dome light, so this can hang from the bottom. It's got a little hook there on the bottom. Still got that rubber base, which is nice. And you have a nice dome light, which is nice because the light's aimed down at the table. It's not diffused, which is a nice thing to have if you're overhead lighting. That is a nice option. Glad they have that. So if you're looking for more versatility in lighting, the Streamlight's the way to go. But remember, it's 35 bucks. You could buy almost 2 of these for the same price. You know, actually you can if you do the math. So yeah, definitely something to think about. Do you need just simple backup, or you need something a little higher quality? If you're a premium person, maybe buy 2 of these. So for me, pretty much I would probably just stick with something like this, because I do like the idea that this runs on AA batteries. I do like that nightlight mode, just me personally. All right, so there it is. The final thoughts on the Energizer Weatheready Emergency Area Light, or Lantern, if you want to call it, for $16.80 with their 15% off coupon. Currently, it's a winner. If it's 19 bucks, it's still a winner. Get it off Amazon. I'll have links in the comments section, and of course in the description. If you want to support the channel, feel free. I do enjoy making these light videos. I like having lanterns. I like the cross compatibility with my radios. Very handy to have this in an emergency. When the lights are out, it's probably when I would use this the most, since I don't go camping much. This would make a great camping lantern too, by the way. I think I mentioned that. But I would use it for more of an emergency. So definitely work with those radios. And of course, any diesel powered radios I have handy as well. So it definitely gets recommended by. Definitely hit subscribe at the bell icon if you want future videos, Energizer lanterns, Energizer flashlights. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Energizer Weatheready Emergency Area Light. Is this something you'd pick up? Do you like the versatility? I really like the build construction. It's actually nice. Everything about it is pretty much quality. I'm pretty surprised by its, this base feels nice and sturdy. I think would handle quite a bit of rough and toughen. Want to bang it around some, it's not going to hurt too badly. Just don't drop it more than 3 feet, please, or something's going to pop off. But there it is. And of course, hit that bell icon. Get notified of future deals. If this goes on sale super cheap, I'll post it in my comments section, and those who have that bell icon clicked will get notified. So definitely something to think about. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in my next video.